Stop making excuses for your kitchen. In this video, I'm going to help you out with 3 areas of your kitchen that are probably causing you a problem and that you're likely embarrassed about when company comes over. If they dare go near these areas, you're like, no, don't touch that, don't go near there. Now, I guarantee that you all have one of these areas. You most likely have 2. The third one you probably have, but if you don't, not having it leads to other problems in the kitchen, which you'd have to address anyway. These 3 problem areas are very important to take care of, and sometimes they get overlooked. All right, let's start with one of the worst areas of the kitchen. You hate dealing with it. It's grimy, it's cluttered, it's filled with poisonous chemicals under the sink. Why do we store the most dangerous chemicals in our house in a place where all our kids and grandkids can easily access them? I've often wondered this, but it seems we all do it. Under the sink is normally this cluttered mess of things that spill over. There's grime, there's water. Sometimes we put our garbage under there. When you're designing your new kitchen, it is important that you think about the sink cabinet beforehand and actually plan out how the plumbing is going to look and where it's going to go. It is possible to know this beforehand if you do some measurements to know where the pipes are, where the lines are coming in and where the lines are coming out. And if you plan it out properly, you're able to think about what type of accessory you can insert into that sink cabinet to make it more functional. Having some type of pull-out system in your sink base can be really beneficial. And the great thing about sink bases is that normally they're a standard size. When you buy a new kitchen, your sink base is probably going to be 36 inches. So when you're putting in a double sink or a large single or whatever type of sink you want, even if it's a farmhouse sink, if it's a regular size sink, it's going to fit in a 36-inch sink base. Well, this makes it easier for you to then plan out, okay, what kind of accessory, what kind of pullout is going to fit in that cabinet. And with a few simple calculations and knowing where the plumbing is, you can easily take care of this problem before it becomes a problem. Now, if you're going to purchase something for under your sink, the first thing I recommend you do, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, but it's worth mentioning again, is get a cabinet liner for the floor of that sink base. A little bit of protection for when something does spill, because it's going to happen, that it doesn't leak onto the cabinet, get soaked up, cause mildew, mold, some swelling, and just cause a problem. That's the first thing I recommend always in a sink base. Something that you should do right away is put one of those in and plan for that. It often gets overlooked. The second thing, now that you know where your plumbing is, you have your liner in, measure out the size of pullouts that you can install. And thankfully, there are lots of companies that make wire pullouts which can easily be mounted to the bottom of that cabinet or even the side, sometimes on the door, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you can get things that fit in different areas that are made for under the sink. I don't recommend getting accessories that stack on top of each other that allow you to store things but don't give you any real functional access. The best solution for under a sink, which you're not going to find on Amazon or on any really website, you're going to have this custom made or custom make it yourself, is to fit a drawer box right on the bottom, full width, that just slides in and out. This gives you easy access to everything that's in that cabinet, plus it protects the base of the cabinet, the floor of the cabinet, in case something were to spill, it would spill in the drawer, and it makes everything that much easier to deal with. However, having 2-tier metal wire racks that are easy to install that you can do yourself in basically 15 minutes is a great option for most consumers, and I highly recommend at least doing something underneath that sink cabinet to make it more accessible. Then when company comes over and they for some reason go to get your bottle Mr. Clean, I don't know why they do that, but if they did, at least you can sit back with your arms folded and be like, go for it. I'm proud of my sink cabinet. Now, the second area of your kitchen is just a collection for everything that doesn't have a home. In our home and in many homes in North America, we call this the junk drawer. It's just a place where stuff goes that we just don't know where else to put it. Let me know in the comments below, do you have a junk drawer? And is it called that or is it called something else? Different places in the world call things different things. I'd be interested to know what the junk drawer is called where you live. Now, of course, there's lots of ways you can remedy this. One is just dump everything out of there and reorganize and put everything in its neat little place. We are creatures of habit, and stuff just keeps on getting tossed in there over and over and over, and by the time we get to clean it out, most of the stuff in there is obsolete, forgotten about, or not needed. There's lots of ways we can keep this drawer neat and organized. Now, you can go to the dollar store and buy simple trays that you just fit in there as best you can. Way to go. You can buy things on Amazon, like in one of the links below, that are made for a junk drawer. If you're someone who's just not given to being organized, the junk drawer organizational system might not work for you. If you're one of those people that likes to have things neat and tidy and in a particular order, having some type of system in your drawer is definitely going to help. And the flip side of this coin is, who cares anyway? It's a junk drawer. It's supposed to be for all the stuff that doesn't have a home. So don't get too embarrassed, because if someone comes to your home and they're looking for a spoon to stir their tea and they're going to reach for the junk drawer and you're like, you know, it's okay. They probably have one too. It's probably just as messy as yours. It's no big deal. It's your junk drawer. That's where all the junk goes. And usually it's not even junk. It's stuff that's really important that you just don't know where to put it. At least it's in there, you know where it's at, and you can have easy access to it. And I harp on about functionality in the kitchen, and one of my main goals when I'm designing a new kitchen for a client is to make it as functional as possible. So you would think that I have a junk drawer because I would have taken care of that in my own kitchen, but you'd be wrong. Let's look at my junk drawer. If you're finding value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps other people see it. All right, here it is. Let's look at my junk drawer. Yeah, I told you I had one. This is my real junk drawer. I got a flashlight. We got a lighter, some candles. Oh, you got to have chapstick in there. That's really important. Some Post-it notes. What do we do with those anymore? Lots of Post-it notes. Scissors, always good to have. Clothespin, because I don't know why. Just a clothespin. Some sunglasses. Let's see. Oh, here's something useful. Financial statements. This is really good. Hey, we got pencils. We got tape. We got blank paper, glasses, more tape, lots more tape. Ah, my tape measure. Got to have a tape measure. That's important in your junk drawer. What's this? Allen keys, bags of markers, an eraser, my son's Fitbit, which he never wears, a magnifying glass. You know, notepads, more notepads, pension information, that's good to have, cords. Oh, there's a check, I hope I cashed that. We got calculator, more cords. Oh, I was looking for that. That comes in very handy. Random paintbrush. So as you can see, there's just a pile of random crud in there that I need all of it, but I have nowhere to put it, so it goes in this big old drawer, and away you go. But you know what? We clean this drawer all the time, and stuff just keeps on getting added to it, but at least I know where it is. Well, I know where it is now because this was really important to know. It's the junk drawer. I don't have any little baskets. I don't have any inserts. It's just okay. It's not a big deal. In your kitchen, when someone opens up the junk drawer, just be like, that's just my junk. Don't worry about it. There's all kinds of options on the market for you to organize that drawer, but just be aware that we all have them. It's okay. The third area that is a big problem for most people, whether or not you have one, I don't know, but the pantry. I talked about the pantry before. The pantry is the area where things are obviously stored that you access all the time. And if you heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. Getting pullouts in the pantry should be your #1 priority when designing your kitchen. We design kitchens and we don't think about what's going inside of them, and what's inside of them is really important. So if you have a pantry that just has shelves, that's going to be a problem. Especially on the bottom and even on the top, having pullouts is going to be very, very beneficial. You can buy these prefabbed ones online, but the best way to do it is really to go to your local cabinet maker, get that thing measured, and have customized pullouts made specifically for you. It'll make all the world of difference in your pantry. The dictionary definition for the word functional means this: designed to be practical and useful rather than attractive. I'm not saying you need to have kitchens that are not attractive, but they definitely need to be functional. These 3 problem areas can be easily fixed to help you have a more functional kitchen so that when company does come over, you're not completely embarrassed about what the inside of those areas looks like. However, at the same time, just remember, we all have the same struggles. We all have a mess under our sink. We all have a junk drawer, and we all just have a pantry that gets filled with all kinds of stuff that's falling out on top of us. It's not new. It's not your specific problem. It's a huge problem for everybody with a kitchen. Enjoy your kitchen, enjoy your space. But if you want to figure out a superpower tip for your pantry, check out this video. It'll really help you when installing those pullouts. You can do it yourself. It's super easy. Please consider subscribing if you like my content, and we'll see you soon. Bye.